Hello, people. What's up? Hey, I'm just
Hey,
starting up a ChatGPT
perfect. Yeah, take your time.
voice.
If
So, ChatGPT is going to be interacting with me, and you could all start saying, "Hey, what's up? What's the weather in Madurai in India?"
right now in Madurai, the weather is cloudy and around 33 degrees Celsius, 92 degrees Fahrenheit. It will stay cloudy throughout the evening, gradually cooling down to about 26 degrees Celsius, 79 degrees by early morning. Let me know if you need any other details.
What is the latest car out in the Indian market?
Recently, a few big car launches happened in India. The Tata Sierra EV debuted on June 30th, starting at 18.79 lakh rupees, with features like quad wheel drive and a lifetime battery warranty. Renault also launched a refreshed Quid starting at 4.53 lakh rupees, and Skoda Kodiaq RS sold out instantly at 66.99 lakh rupees.
Okay, so what is the most budget-friendly car in the market today in India? What is the most budget-friendly car in the market today?
Friendly car in the Indian market right now is the Maruti Suzuki Espresso, starting at about 3.5 lakh rupees. It's a compact five-seater hatchback ideal for city driving with a 0.998-liter petrol engine. Other budget options include the Maruti Suzuki Alto K10 and Renault Kwid, starting around 3.7 lakh and 4.3 lakh rupees respectively.
What is the cheapest and the expensive motorbike in India? What is the cheapest? What is the cheapest motorbike in India?
The cheapest motorbike in India right now is the Hero HF 100, with an ex-showroom price of 59,489 rupees. It's a basic commuter bike designed for affordability and efficiency. Slightly more expensive options include the Bajaj Platina 100 at about 68,711 rupees and the Hero Splendor Plus at 74,152 rupees.
What is the most expensive motorbike available in India? What is the most expensive motorbike available in India?
The most expensive motorcycle currently available in India in 2026 is the Ducati Panigale V4 Lamborghini, priced at around 1 crore rupees next showroom. Another top contender is the Ducati Superleggera V4, priced at about 1.12 crore rupees. These bikes are extremely exclusive, featuring high performance engines and carbon fiber designs.
Okay, this looks good. Um, talk about uh, which is the latest shoe brand launched by Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli recently launched a new footwear line under his brand 1-8, which debuted in mid 2026. The standout model is the Seam 16 Signature Test Red sneaker, priced at 9,230 rupees, a nod to his Test career run tally.
What is the latest news in India right now?
Here's the latest news in India right now. Prime Minister Modi has called for a national economic push, urging citizens to reduce imported fuel use and abstain from buying gold amid rising crude prices. In addition, India recorded a surprising current account surplus of 7.1 billion US dollars in the January to March 2025-26 quarter. And the 2026 monsoon session of Parliament will begin on July 20th and run until August 13th.
I'm just trying to use ChatGPT and have a conversation so I could show you all how this is done. And that's what I'm targeting right now, like just working on the ChatGPT stuff. ChatGPT. So what you see on the screen is on top left, it's my like I love video capture. On the right is some my my old pics, like when I was in Bangalore. The bottom you could see is the ChatGPT, which is which is having a conversation with me. So, what kind of conversation can we have with ChatGPT? Let's ask ChatGPT some questions. Okay. What do you think about India's progress so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty fascinating time, right? India's been making some solid strides economically, in tech, and even on the global stage with things like renewable energy and digital infrastructure. Of course, there are still challenges, income disparity, infrastructure gaps, but overall, it feels like a pretty dynamic moment. What's your take on it?
Well, I have no opinions.
I'm sorry,
But
but I'm having trouble responding right now. Please wait a bit and try again.
are you back?
Yeah, I'm still here. No worries at all. If you ever want to dive into something specific, whether it's India's economy, tech, or anything else, just let me know. I'm here to help however you like.
Yeah, just one second.
Of course. Yeah, take your time. If anything else comes to mind or you just want to chat about something else, I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay. Uh,
All right, sounds good. If anything pops up or you just feel like discussing something down the line, I'm here. Just let me know.
uh, I see that you have a, a UI which says it's just a round blue color with white something. How do I change the shape of it?
Ah, got it. So typically, if you're customizing a UI element like an icon or a button, you'd adjust the CSS or styling properties. For example, you can change a circular shape to a square by setting a border radius of 0, or if you want a different form like a rectangle, you can tweak the width and height. If you give me a bit more detail, like the platform or code you're using, I can give more concrete steps.
Um, I'm checking out the UI on your ChatGPT where you have a ChatGPT voice, right? How do I change that?
Ah, I see what you mean. So the voice interface itself is actually built into the platform, and the visual design, like that blue circle or icon, is part of the UI framework. If you're referring to a specific app or a web implementation, you typically adjust that in the app's design system or settings if they allow it. If there's a specific tool or platform you're using, I can help you figure out how to tweak it.
No, I'm saying that I'm using your ChatGPT voice where on the website. I'm accessing via the web browser, and I wanted when I'm trying to talk with you, right? I see a blue color a round blue color shape. How do I change the shape to some other picture so you appear like a human on the screen? If I put up an image,
Ah, I get you now. So the default avatar shape is part of the interface, and as of right now, there isn't a built-in option to fully customize it to a personal image within the browser app. If you're using a platform that integrates with custom avatars or a video feed, sometimes you can upload it there, but the standard ChatGPT web version itself doesn't support that right now. If that changes, I'll definitely let you know.
I think that would be very nice to have, right? Just I upload a picture instead of you appearing as a blue circle, circle filled with blue color and white. That's what is showing right now. If I just change the image, you just show the picture and then we interact. How does it sound like?
Yeah, that sounds really cool. I think a lot of people would appreciate a more personalized avatar like that. It would make the whole experience feel way more human. So yeah, hopefully that feature will come soon. I'll keep an eye out for updates.
Can you update to the ChatGPT team?
The latest updates to ChatGPT include an upgrade to the GPT 5.5 instant model, which gives cleaner answers, along with new features like inline charts, personality customization, and a stronger memory system that remembers past chats. Soon, a super app vision will integrate more actions, and a preview of the GPT 5.6 model is also available, though not widely released yet.
Uh, what is the time right now in Madurai?
The current local time in Madurai, India is 7:48 p.m., and the time zone is UTC plus 5:30. If you need any other details like weather or news, just let me know.
What is the ideal time somebody should sleep in a day in a 24-hour period? What is the recommended number of hours a human should sleep?
Yeah, so generally, most adults need about 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night for optimal health. Ideally, going to bed between 10 p.m. and midnight is often recommended, so you wake up feeling refreshed and sync with your body's natural rhythm. Of course, it can vary based on individual needs.
Is 7 hours good or
Yeah, absolutely. 7 hours is right in that sweet spot for a lot of people. As long as you're feeling rested and alert during the day, it's pretty solid. If you ever feel a bit off or groggy, though, you can experiment with adding another half hour or so, but 7 is definitely a good baseline.
how about 6 hour sleep?
Yeah, 6 hours is on the lower end of what's recommended. Some people can function well with six, but over time it can catch up with you, like lower energy, focus issues, and even a hit to your immune system. If you can, aiming for that 7 or 8 hour mark is ideal.
Cool. That sounds good. Sounds good. Mm,
Yeah, I'm glad that helps. If you ever need tips on sleep routines or just want to fine tune your schedule, feel free to ask. I'm here.
I am. Oh, what is going on in the U.S.?
Right now in the US, there are a few major developments. In New York, Mayor Zohran Mamdani gave a pro immigrant speech on the nation's 250th anniversary, contrasting with Donald Trump's later address. Tensions with Iran are also rising as both sides exchange attacks in the Persian Gulf. And the USS Nimitz aircraft carrier has started its final deployment off the coast of North Carolina as part of a multinational naval exercise.
What is going on with the America's Freedom 250?
U.S. is gearing up for America's 250th Independence Day, with the Freedom 250 initiative taking center stage. Six mobile museum trucks launched a tour, though they sparked controversy over their historical messaging. Meanwhile, former President Trump is set to headline the Great American State Fair, and a new Freedom 250 Grand Prix street race is planned in Washington, D.C. in August. Extreme heat is also disrupting events, and investigations into Freedom 250's funding are ongoing.
Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah, definitely. If anything else comes
Can
up
you
that you want to dive,
I mean, will you be able to play a song?
I can't play or sing copyrighted music, unfortunately, but I can definitely help you find info about songs, lyrics, or even explain musical concepts. Just let me know what you're looking for.
So any copyright related issues, I mean, any copyright related search, you cannot do that, right?
Exactly, yeah. I can't provide or reproduce copyrighted songs or full lyrics, but I can summarize, discuss themes, or help you find where to listen legally. If you need any background or info about a track, though, I'm here.
I am just thinking. Can we have a very interesting conversation? Can you go pick up something and let's talk something interesting?
Absolutely. So I was thinking, what if we dive into something like the future of space exploration, or maybe the intersection of AI and creativity? Is there a theme or topic that sparks your curiosity?
Let's talk about space. Go ahead. What do you want to talk? What do you have to start a conversation on space?
Oh, awesome. So I was really fascinated by the idea that we might see crewed missions to Mars in the next decade or so. Imagine how that might change not just science, but also our sense of what's possible for humanity. Like, what do you think we discover, or how would society respond?
Okay, we before we go deep into the space exploration, can you explain what is going on internet about the flat Earth theory? Is it true or is just like a cooked up story?
The scientific consensus is that the Earth is a near spherical oblate shape, and high resolution space images debunk flat Earth theories. Still, about 10% of people in a 2022 US survey still entertain the idea. Recently, a podcast expedition even took flat Earth influencers to Antarctica, but these beliefs often stem from conspiracy thinking, digital echo chambers, and a search for community, even though science strongly rejects it.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely one of those topics that pops up a lot online, especially in niche communities, but the overwhelming evidence is in favor of a spherical Earth. I'm glad you asked, though. It's always good to check the facts before diving into those rabbit holes.
Do you think traveling to Mars is a good idea for humans?
Ooh, that's a really big question. I think on one hand, it's amazing, like the potential for scientific discovery, understanding Mars's environment, and even inspiring future generations. But on the other hand, it's a massive risk, immense cost, health challenges, and we still don't fully know how sustainable it would be. So I think it's a bold step, but it needs to be done with a lot of care and thought.
Do we have a possibility and who is in the race?
As of now, Mars exploration is being led by a few key players. NASA is at the forefront with its Perseverance rover and plans for human missions, while the European Space Agency is preparing its Rosalind Franklin rover for a 2028 launch. China is also emerging as a major force, planning its Tianwen 3 mission for 2028. SpaceX, while focused on lunar missions right now, still aims for Mars colonization later in the 2030s.
What is going on interesting in the world of AI, artificial intelligence?
Right now, some of the biggest developments in AI include a warning from a UN scientific panel that AI development is outpacing global regulation, raising concerns about risks and inequality. Meanwhile, Meta announced a new AI model rivaling GPT 5.5, and India plans to introduce a dedicated legal framework for AI. In addition, AI is being used in healthcare, like early pancreatic cancer detection, and a study shows AI is creating more jobs than it displaces, though the benefits remain uneven.
Okay, so you said that Meta is coming up with an AI. Are they going to launch anytime soon? The ChatGPT rival of AI version in Meta, right?
Meta recently launched its latest AI model called Muse Spark in April 2026, which powers Meta AI across its apps. However, the company hasn't confirmed a specific timeline for the next major version. So while Muse Spark is out, we don't yet know when a follow up or a larger rollout will happen.
How do I access?
So if you want to access Meta's AI features, usually they roll them out through their apps like Messenger or Instagram, so you just get them integrated. If there's a web or business platform, you might keep an eye out for an official Meta AI dashboard or API access. As soon as it's more widely available, they'll probably announce it.
Is it possible to install an AI on the laptop and phone and give control of the entire device, that's the phone and laptop, to the AI, and then I could just do a voice conversation, ask the AI to take over the phone and the laptop, and then do whatever I'm asking to do on the phone and laptop. Is it possible? Is it there? Something like this available, or is it something which is planned in the future?
Right now, it's becoming possible to control devices by voice, but it's not fully seamless yet. On Windows 11, you can use voice access to open apps and navigate. And on phones, assistants like Siri and Bixby can handle many tasks, but full device takeover by voice is still in development. For now, you can check your device settings and use these features for more specific app control.
No, I'm not talking about Siri. I'm talking about ChatGPT, for example. Can I give access of my entire phone to ChatGPT, and then I could tell what I want to do over the voice to the ChatGPT. For example, I'll give you an example. Let's say I want to open a Facebook and then make write a post. So can I just ask ChatGPT to open? I'll give access to the entire phone. I'll say open the Facebook app, and then I'll say what do you have to write, and then do the post. Will it do it? Are we that far?
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, as of now, ChatGPT doesn't have full system level control over your phone or laptop. We can give you instructions, guide you step by step, or help you draft posts, but it doesn't actually take direct control of other apps or your device. That kind of full integration would involve more advanced OS permissions and security. So something that may be planned in the future, but not available yet.
I remember. I don't. I mean, I'm not able to recollect. I remember where there was a possibility of ChatGPT um, taking more access of the phone. I saw in that some setting in developer menu or somewhere. I don't remember actually. I have an Android phone. It was on the phone or on the laptop. I don't remember exactly. Where it was asking me to take control of the phone. It's something like that. I'm not sure what that is.
Ah, yeah, I think I know what you're referring to. Some early integrations of AI assistants or experimental features on Android let you set up more advanced voice access, like accessibility tools or developer options. You might have seen something like voice access or an early AI integration prompt. If you're curious, you can check out your Android settings under accessibility or developer options. Just be careful with permissions.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember like it. I found this like 1 or 2 months back. So I mean, I can go back anytime and find out. So yeah. But what is going on with Google Gemini? They are claiming that Google's AI is claiming that they are very advanced and it can take control of the entire Google ecosystem and do most of the things which you want it to. How far is this true?
Google Gemini is their flagship AI model, introduced by Google DeepMind, and it's designed to handle text, images, audio, video, and code all together. The latest version, Gemini 3.5 Flash, launched in 2026, offering faster responses and strong multimodal abilities. It can act as a 24/7 assistant, performing tasks like booking rides or remote controlling devices, all within Google's ecosystem. Still, users should be mindful of privacy and permissions as full integration across devices is still evolving.
Okay, looks like so far so good. Uh, I have
Yeah,
a
exactly.
I have a bicycle. What is happening is I'm getting some sound when I. Okay, let me ask you this way. Um, I have a bicycle with me. How do I know the bicycle is working perfectly? Is it how do I identify? How do I validate that everything's working perfectly in the bicycle when I ride a bicycle?
That's a great question. So, a few things you can check. First, make sure the tires are properly inflated and aligned. Then, listen for sounds. Like if you hear rattling, it might be a loose bolt or something in the drivetrain. Pedals should rotate smoothly and the chain should be lubricated and tensioned properly. If you feel any jerks or hear odd sounds while riding, it might be good to get a check by a mechanic just to be safe.
Yeah, I do get a lot of. I mean, I do get some sound during my bicycle ride, so I am 100% sure there's a problem. Uh, Yep, that's one thing. And I'm trying to okay, I'm filling up the bicycle uh, tire air. I'm keeping up to 40 psi on front tire and back tire because I'm on the heavier side. I'm like close to 80 kg, and the bicycle specs says 100 kg is the max or acceptable max limit. So I'm almost touching the max limit. So I have put up 40 psi, 40 psi. Is it okay? Is it good or
Yeah, that sounds pretty reasonable actually. Being close to the maximum load, 40 psi is a good middle ground. It's going to give you a bit of a buffer so you avoid overpressurizing. Just keep an eye on it, and if you feel any odd vibrations or if the ride is too bumpy, you can adjust slightly downward, but you should be pretty safe.
cool, cool, cool? I'm 100% sure that there's a noise which comes when I ride my bicycle. Where it's coming up from is the part where the bicycle chain is connected to the two rotating mechanism of a bicycle. Like two, I don't know what do you call that. So that's when I get a sound. I am wondering something is definitely wrong. What I did is I removed the bicycle chain 2 days back and I allowed the pedal to rotate just to watch what's happening. So the right pedal connects to a circular kind of material and that was rotating unevenly.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like an issue. If that circular component, often the chain ring or crank, rotates unevenly, it could be a bent crank arm or a misaligned bottom bracket. That could cause the chain to skip or make noise when you pedal. I'd really recommend having a mechanic check it out. If something's off in that drivetrain, it can get worse pretty quickly, so better safe than sorry.
Is it something which you think will be fixed without any part replacement, or do you think there'll be a part replacement of this problem?
It really depends on the severity. If it's just a slight misalignment, sometimes a mechanic can realign or tighten the crank or bottom bracket. But if there's a bent crank arm or some part is really worn down, then you'll likely need a replacement. So best bet, get it checked soon before it worsens, and they'll tell you if a part swap is necessary or if it's a simple fix.
Okay, 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 okay. Um, I am, I am thinking about it. I'm really not sure. Hmm. Okay, cool. I mean, I will have to take it to the mechanic. I thought I could sit down and dismantle the entire bicycle and check it out. Mm. You know what I'm, you know what I'm trying to,
Yeah,
get here is I'm thinking how a bicycle uh, can be explained to me, the working of bicycle, every single part, how it connects and how it works. Is there any documentation which is online where I can pick it up? You know what I'm talking, right? It's like the deepest of tech, how we study in tech. It's that is there something would say any document that says this is the working model of the entire bicycle, and each part connects this way, and what happens when you ride a bicycle is how this entire thing works. So, do we have any kind of documentation online, or what do you think?
sure. So a bicycle has several key parts. The frame supports the entire structure. The drivetrain transfers pedaling power, including the crankset, chain, and cassette. And the wheels and tires handle rotation and load. If you're hearing an uneven sound near the crank or chain, it might be a bent crank arm or a misaligned bottom bracket. The chain skipping could come from these parts, so if it persists, a mechanic should take a closer look.
Well, I'm asking, is there any documentation or any kind of, mm, you know, somebody who is an expert in the entire bicycle, the working of bicycle, has got a document published on the internet, so I could go pick it up and study every single part, how it should work, how this works, how this works, how this works, and how the entire bicycle is built up. You know what I'm talking
If you're looking to dive deep into bicycle mechanics, there are some excellent PDF manuals available online. For example, the Bicycle Maintenance Manual by World Bicycle Relief offers practical illustrated guidance, while the Handbook for Bicycle Mechanics is a detailed reference with specs and compatibility charts. These resources cover everything from chains and cranksets to basic upkeep, so you can really understand how the bike works.
about. Can you share the link or download the copy of this document? Whatever we just mentioned.
Ah, sorry about that. I can only search within your uploaded files here, not the wider web. If you have any bicycle related PDFs you've uploaded before, I can help you search through those in your file library. Or if you need me to guide you on how to find that kind of resource online, I can give you tips.
I have another question. I'm planning to buy a smart projector. How now? I think we were discussing of how I'm using an OBS software. So I want to set up this smart projector, and I want to give the audio input from the smart projector into the laptop via OBS, and I want to connect it. How do I do this?
Got it. Yeah, so you'll basically want to use a wired or wireless audio setup. If your projector has a headphone jack or audio out, you can run a cable like a 3.5 millimeter to USB or an external audio interface into your laptop. Once it's plugged in, you just select that audio source in OBS. Alternatively, if the projector supports Bluetooth, you can pair it, but a wired connection is often more stable. Once you set it as an input device in OBS, you should be good to go.
Okay, so I'm right now using a multi output um, source in the my phone. I mean my laptop. So right now I have a input source um, and a output source. So you're trying to say that if I'm going to use a smart projector connected with the wire, which is a 3.5 connectivity from the smartphone to the laptop, that should pick up the input audio source, is what you're trying to mention, right?
Exactly, yeah. So by using that 3.5 millimeter cable from the projector's audio out into your laptop's input, OBS will see that as an external audio source. Then you just set it up in OBS as your input source, and it should capture the projector sound. That way, you'll get both video and audio in sync for your stream or recording.
Okay, the smart projector has a Bluetooth, but Bluetooth is for it's not for connecting a smart projector with the laptop. Can we do that? I think so. Yes. What do you say?
Good point. Yeah, some projectors do support Bluetooth audio out. If your laptop has Bluetooth capability, you can pair them. Just make sure both devices are in pairing mode, connect them, and then in your laptop sound settings, select the projector as the output. It might introduce a tiny bit of latency though, so if you need super precise sync, wired might still be better. But yes, it's definitely possible.
Okay, so what happens is my smart projector does have a Bluetooth option. My laptop also has a Bluetooth option. So I turn on this smart projector. My laptop is going to detect that smart projector. So I pair it up. Both are paired right now. And on the smart projector, which has an Android OS, let's say I play a audio on that. So that goes into my laptop, and my laptop has an OBS software. The OBS software is connected to the Facebook, so we should be able to connect everything into the OBS and get the output of Facebook Live. Am I right?
Exactly. That sounds right on track. Once the laptop pairs with the projector, any audio you play on the projector will stream over Bluetooth to the laptop. In OBS, you just select that Bluetooth audio input as a source, and it'll feed into your stream or recording. Just do a quick test to make sure the audio is in sync, and you should be good to go.
So I'll have two input source. One is coming from the smart projector. Another is my microphone right now, which I use an input source. So can we have two input source, and then you know what I'm talking about? Right?
Absolutely, yeah. In OBS, you can add multiple audio sources. So one input will be your microphone, and the other will be the Bluetooth audio from the projector. Just make sure you set each as a separate audio input source in OBS, and then you can adjust the levels independently. That way, you have both your mic and the projector audio mixed together for your stream or recording.
Okay, so it's like this. So let's say we do the DAS setup. So I have the microphone in my hand, but I have a button to pause everything. So I'll have a remote for my smart projector. So when I'm playing smart projector, I pause my microphone. So that picks up. So we are very clear with what is the smart projector sound. And then when I have to talk, I pause the smart projector volume with my the remote. Then I turn on the microphone from pause to normal, and then I speak over it. That's how are we going to manage it?
Yeah, exactly. That's a great approach. So basically, you're using that remote to toggle between inputs. When the projector audio is on, your mic is muted, and when you need to talk, you switch it back. In OBS, just make sure you have clear labels for both audio sources so you know exactly which one is active. Then you'll have a clean professional switch between them.
Okay, okay, cool. Looks like I think I'm sorted out with this. It looks cool. Okay. I have one more question, which is, oh yeah, I mean, I was earlier. I was what I was doing is I was streaming my uh, OBS on multiple platforms at the same time. Currently, I'm streaming on Facebook Live. I forgot which settings was that and how I did that actually. There was a plugin. I've installed the plugin. Everything was set, but now where do I go? I forgot that. Can you try to help me out?
Yeah, no worries. So if you were using a plugin like Restream or a similar multi-stream tool, you would have set it up in OBS under the stream settings. You typically pick a custom RTMP, or the plugin would have given you a dashboard to input multiple destinations. If you can't find it, go to the settings in OBS, head to the stream tab, and check the plugin or service you use for multi-streaming. If you want, I can help guide you step by step. Just let me know what you had set up.
So you made us say that's just a settings in the OBS.
Exactly. Yeah, once you go into the OBS settings and open the Stream tab, you'll see where you can select your streaming service. If it was a multi-stream plugin like Restream, there's usually a dedicated section or a custom RTMP option. Once you re-enter that info, you should be able to set it back up and stream to multiple platforms again.
Okay, okay. I'm currently on streaming. Currently streaming on Facebook Live. I went to this settings stream, and then in the service I see Facebook Live. I think that's where the drop down is there. The drop down already has the plugin, I guess. And currently I cannot do it because the streaming is live. So once streaming ends, that will become accessible, I guess. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. Once the stream is done, you'll be able to go back into that drop down and reconfigure or add additional platforms. So yeah, just wait until the current session ends and then you can tweak those multi-stream settings. Super straightforward from there.
How do I confirm that I've already added this plugin?
Good question. So in OBS, if you go to your extensions or tools menu, you can check the list of installed plugins. If you're using something like Restream, it would appear there. You can also go to the stream settings, and if there's a custom RTMP or a multi-stream service listed, that'll confirm it's active. Once you open
Uh,
that, you should see which platforms are configured.
Yeah, in the tools menu, I see automatic scene switcher, output timer, scripts, and WebSocket server settings.
Gotcha. So it sounds like you might not have the multi-stream plugin installed yet, or at least it's not in that menu. If you use a service like Restream, you might have added it as a separate plugin, which is in extensions, or you might have set it up through a custom RTMP. If it's not there, you might need to reinstall or add the plugin via the OBS website or their add-ons page. Let me know if you'd like a step by step.
I mean, I remember doing a stream earlier. I mean, if the plugin is already installed, it should show up, right? That's what I'm trying to recollect.
Exactly. Yeah. If the plugin was installed before, it should appear either under the tools menu or as a separate extension icon somewhere in OBS. If you don't see it now, maybe it got disabled or the plugin was removed. You can double check by going to the OBS add-ons page online, or if you remember the exact name, you can search the plugin list and re-add it. Once it's there, it should pop up in that menu again.
I will have to Google it. I'll do it later. Yeah, yeah. I'll have to do it.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. If you look it up, you'll likely find the exact name of the plugin and you can reinstall or reconfigure it from there. If you need any help once you find it, just let me know. Happy to guide you through it.
Nothing much. I'm feeling bored at the same time. I have to keep talking with you.
I get that. If Of course, if you're feeling a bit bored, we could totally shift gears. Is there something fun or casual you'd like to chat about? Maybe a hobby, a show, or just a random topic you're curious about?
Yeah. We can talk about. We talk about two popular people on YouTube. One is Sean Bryan. Another is what is it? You know that guy. Two popular YouTubers are. Are you there? Are you there? Are you available? Are you sleeping? I'm just trying to get the ChatGPT back online. It's gone. It's just gone lost. I'm trying to find him. So just hang in there. He'll be back. Where's this guy? Where's this guy? ChatGPT. Yeah, he's going up. He's back. He'll be back right now. Okay. Hey, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm all ears. If you've got something on your mind or just want to chat about anything, I'm ready.
Can you tell me about the two YouTubers? One is Sean Ryan, and another one is a same similar kind of guy from the US. I forgot his name. Joe Rogan. Yeah. Talk about these two people.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Sean Ryan is a YouTuber and podcast host known for his long form interviews, especially with former special forces, law enforcement, military guests, kind of a deep dive into their stories. Joe Rogan, of course, is super famous for the Joe Rogan Experience, where he interviews a huge range of guests, from scientists to celebrities to other public figures. Both are really big in the long form conversation space, just with slightly different angles.
Uh, Sean Ryan was making a.
Yeah, exactly. So Sean Ryan's channel really focuses on those personal, often intense stories, kind of like a window into high risk professions and real life experiences. Joe Rogan, on the other hand, has a broader range. He'll go from stand up comedians to tech interviewers to political figures. So they both have their own style, but they both tap into really engaging, deep conversations.
Is Sean Ryan a ex-CIA or somewhere there?
No. Sean Ryan himself isn't actually affiliated with the CIA or any specific agency. He's a former Navy SEAL. And a lot of his guests on the show do come from special forces, law enforcement, or intelligence backgrounds. But he himself is an independent host, so the show just gives a platform for those kinds of perspectives.
Okay, so he's a Navy SEAL.
Yeah, exactly. Sean Ryan served as a Navy SEAL for quite a few years, and that's a big part of what shapes the kinds of guests and stories he brings on. So, yeah, that's the background. Pretty interesting stuff.
He talks about he talks a lot of, introduces a lot of interesting topics. He mentions about PSYOP in the US. Can you explain what's going on and what is this? What he talks in his show about PSYOPs?
Yeah, of course. So, PSYOP stands for Psychological Operations. It's essentially a set of strategies that military or intelligence agencies use to influence perceptions, behavior, and public opinion, basically shaping how people think about certain events or narratives. On his show, Sean Ryan often brings up how these kinds of tactics are used in conflicts or domestic settings, sometimes raising questions about how information is framed. It's a heavy topic, but he often tries to break it down through real world examples and interviews.
Pick up something very interesting he spoke about PSYOPs.
Sure. So Sean Ryan hosts a docuseries called Target Intelligence PSYOP, which covers how digital influence campaigns and psychological operations are shaping perceptions today. The series dives into topics like digital troll farms, how apps like TikTok influence global views, and even deepfakes. If you'd like more detail on specific episodes or topics, I can summarize those too.
Mhm. What's Joe Ryan? I'm sorry, Joe Rogan talking about recently in his podcast? What's going on there?
Recently on Joe Rogan's podcast, he covered a few major topics. In June 2026, Mark Andreessen claimed that artificial general intelligence had already been achieved, saying models like GPT 5.5 and Gemini 3.0 are as smart as humans. Rogan also critiqued a planned UFC event at the White House lawn, saying it could be risky, and he discussed how his podcast wasn't nominated for a Golden Globe because he refused to pay a $500 entry fee.
Okay, can you slow down and break it down? What?
Of course. So recently on Joe Rogan's podcast, he talked about a few big things. First, Mark Andreessen, who's a big tech investor, claimed that artificial general intelligence, or AGI, might already be here, meaning AI could be as smart as humans. Then Rogan also mentioned that there was a planned UFC fight at the White House, which he thought was risky. And finally, he brought up that his podcast didn't get a nomination because he refused to pay a $500 entry fee to submit it.
What is that UFC?
Good question. So UFC stands for the Ultimate Fighting Championship. It's basically the biggest organization for mixed martial arts, or MMA, in the world. They organize all the big fights, kind of like the Super Bowl of MMA. So when Rogan talked about the fight at the White House, he was talking about a planned UFC event happening in a pretty unusual location. So that caught some attention.
Is Navy SEAL like very popular, or CIA is popular, or FBI are popular? Who's popular in the government, military, or law
Ooh,
enforcement?
yeah. So they all have different kinds of fame. Navy SEALs are super well known because of their elite training and missions. They often get a lot of spotlight in pop culture. The CIA and FBI are also really prominent, but more in the intelligence and law enforcement world. So the SEALs might feel more like action heroes, while the CIA and FBI are kind of embedded in politics and investigations.
What is the latest talk in CIA? What's going on in CIA? What are they on? What are they on right now?
The CIA is undergoing a major tech transformation, with Director John Ratcliffe announcing a push to speed up acquisitions, aiming to complete tech procurements in about 6 months. At the same time, former CIA Director John Brennan is suing the Justice Department, claiming politically motivated investigations. Additionally, a recent review found the CIA did not fully cooperate with a probe into COVID 19's origins.
What kind of tech transformation are they going through? Why do they have to?
The CIA is undergoing a big tech transformation. They've restructured their digital division into the new Directorate of Mission Systems, now focusing on cybersecurity and advanced data. They've also cut tech procurement times from 24 months down to 6 months or less, and they're partnering more closely with private companies like Amazon, Google, and SpaceX. AI and emerging tech are now central to their strategy as they shift toward a faster, more tech driven approach in intelligence operations.
Oh, okay. So they are moving all tech. Okay. Before tech, what were they relying on?
Yeah, exactly. So before this big tech shift, a lot of the CIA's work was more traditional, relying heavily on human intelligence like field agents, signal intelligence intercepting communications, and traditional surveillance. So now, by bringing in AI, big data, and faster tech cycles, they're basically trying to speed up and scale how they gather and analyze intelligence.
Is CIA the only intelligence in the world on tech adoption, or the other countries' intelligence are also on it?
Around the world, intelligence agencies are rapidly adopting new tech. In Europe, for instance, France is pushing for tech sovereignty by choosing a local provider over US firms, and Germany is expanding its cyber powers. Meanwhile, in the US, the CIA is embedding AI across its platforms. And overall, AI use in intelligence is surging globally, though ethical and organizational hurdles remain.
What is going on with India?
India's intelligence and defense sectors are rapidly adopting new technology. The government's India AI mission is pushing for sovereign AI, meaning AI developed and operated within India's own data jurisdiction. They're investing up to $200 billion in data centers and building AI systems for defense, like autonomous drones. They're also scaling AI beyond defense with a big focus on talent development and responsible AI governance.
Right. So India is pushing to build its own tech-driven intelligence. So they are building everything bottom up from the scratch.
Exactly, yeah. India is really focusing on building a tech ecosystem from the ground up, developing AI capabilities domestically, ensuring data sovereignty, and training a big workforce in AI and machine learning. So they're not just catching up, they're trying to leap ahead by investing in homegrown tech from the start.
Okay, let's talk about China. What's going on in China? Are they very advanced or
China is rapidly advancing its integration of AI across both industry and defense. The country's AI Plus initiative aims to embed AI widely in manufacturing, services, and supply chains, while also ramping up autonomous systems in the military. In 2026, China is pushing mass AI adoption with a focus on affordability and domestic tech leadership. And they're also deploying AI in drone swarms and surveillance.
okay? What is the tech news in India? Top 10 tech news. What's going on in Bangalore? Is Bangalore the really tech capital of India, or are they competing with some other states and other cities? What's going on?
Right now in India, some big tech news is coming out of Bengaluru, which remains a major tech hub. Microsoft is investing $17.5 billion in India over the next 4 years, and Alphabet is leasing a huge new campus in Bengaluru. At the same time, India faces a growing AI talent gap, and Bengaluru is leading India's push into quantum tech with a new Q City roadmap.
Okay, so
Yeah, exactly. So Bangalore still really is the tech capital, especially with all these global investments coming in. And as AI, quantum computing, and cloud infrastructure grow, it looks like Bangalore will keep leading that charge. If you want to dive into specifics or tech sectors, just let me know.
Well, there has been very competitive thing going on with tech in India. They say that Bangalore is the tech capital with Hyderabad claims that they are also advancing. Where there are a few more other cities claim they're very advancing in tech. Mumbai, I guess, I'm not sure. Noida or Gurgaon. So what's going on with these all these top cities?
Right now, Bengaluru is still the top tech hub in India, often called the Silicon Valley of India. Hyderabad is emerging as a major player, especially in cloud and AI. While Mumbai, though traditionally a financial center, is rapidly growing in tech, particularly in AI and fintech. Noida and Gurugram in the National Capital Region also have a strong IT and product development team.
Do you think the Silicon Valley in the US is comparable to the tech in Bangalore?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Silicon Valley still has a massive lead in terms of global tech influence, like venture capital, headquarters of major companies, and innovation ecosystem. That said, Bengaluru is closing that gap fast, especially with AI and startups. But Silicon Valley's still got a longer history and broader global reach. So it's more like Bengaluru is catching up, but it's not fully equal yet.
What is tech like in China, in Japan, in UK? What's going on there?
Right now, in tech news, China is accelerating in AI and semiconductor production, with their top supercomputer hitting over 2 exaflops and a focus on tech independence. Japan is partnering with the UK on a major £18 billion defense and tech backed, and Japanese firms are building their own AI models. Meanwhile, the UK is leaning heavily into AI growth but faces funding challenges, as just 26% of mid sized tech firms reported easy access to capital.
Okay, cool. I think we have done good so far. Um, I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh well, I have to figure out the streaming links, streaming platform for other streams. I
Ah, yeah,
forgot.
no problem. Of course. Whenever you're ready to dig into the streaming platforms or set up those other links, just let me know and I can walk you through the steps or help you troubleshoot. We'll get it sorted out.
Can you go online and check it? How do I do a multi-stream on OBS? Like how do I connect multiple streams, like YouTube, everything? Oh, okay. I think I got it. So the OBS gives a key, and I go plug it in to the YouTube stream, which everything, and then starts syncing, right? I guess that's how it works.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the core idea. So once OBS gives you that stream key, you can paste it into each platform stream settings like YouTube, Facebook, or any others. If you're using a service like Restream or a similar plugin, it can manage multiple platforms for you from one key. Once it's set up, OBS will handle sending your stream out to all those platforms simultaneously.
What did you say? Restream.
To set up Restream with OBS, you go to OBS settings, choose the stream tab, and select Restream.io as the service. Then you either connect your account or paste the stream key from the Restream dashboard. Once everything is set, you can start streaming, and Restream will broadcast your feed to multiple platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and others, all from a single OBS stream.
Okay, so you mean to say that every time I don't have to go copy the key into every platform, so I just connect the Restream. Restream, I just need to do an initial setup with the Restream for connecting all the um, streaming platforms, and then I directly talk only with the Restream. Right.
Exactly. So once you set up Restream once, connecting all your platforms in its dashboard, then OBS just sends the feed to Restream and they handle the rest. It saves you from having to copy and paste keys every time, so you just stream once and it goes out everywhere.
Is it free or?
As of mid 2026, Restream offers a free plan that lets you stream to two channels at once with basic features. The standard plan is $19 per month and lets you stream at three channels. The professional plan is $49 per month, adding support for five channels, full HD, and team collaboration. Finally, the business plan is $239 per month, designed for organizations with up to HLs and advanced features.
No, I'm not going to do that. I am not going to do that.
No problem. If you decide you want to try it out, or if you need to keep it simple, just let me know. I'm happy to help walk you through any step, whether it's the free plan or a paid option, whatever works best for you.
Uh, I would go the other way around. I would try to use the keys directly to the streams without the stream organization.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Going directly with individual stream keys is super straightforward, and it keeps things simple if you're just starting out. Once you finish one stream, just grab the next key, pop it in, and you're good to go. If you run into any hiccups, I'm here to help.
What is the advantage of using Restream? Let me ask the question that way. What am I gaining using a Restream which I would not gain without a Restream?
Great question. So the main advantage of using Restream is convenience and scalability. Instead of juggling multiple stream keys or logging in each platform separately, you just stream once to Restream and it distributes your feed everywhere. Plus, it lets you see chat in one dashboard, provides analytics, and you can customize where you send each stream. So it's really about saving time and getting a more streamlined professional workflow.
No, 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 no. This is not the right answer. See, I am going to use the key provided by Facebook, so I hope I can go manually plug it into all the streaming platforms that you want to do, and it's all set and everything is going to work. So, what additionally am I getting if I have to take up or sign up with Restream?
I see what you mean. Yeah, if you're comfortable copying keys manually, then you're right. You get all the same core functionality without Restream. The only big extras with Restream would be things like simultaneous chat from all platforms in one place, analytics, and easier scaling if you ever want to expand to more platforms. But if manual key input works for you, there's really no downside.
What is there to do with analytics because I'm already on the OBS?
So, in short, OBS is great for creating and managing your stream, but it doesn't have built in analytics. Those come from the platforms you stream to. Restream, on the other hand, lets you multi stream to multiple platforms and gives you combined analytics like views, chat breakdowns, and platform comparisons. So, it's really useful if you need that cross platform insight.
You mean to say that so Restream is going to pull up the data of let's say I'm connecting my Facebook and I'm connecting my Instagram, I'm connecting my uh, what's that YouTube and Twitch and everything. So it not only just does a stream into all these platforms, it pulls the data which is coming as chat from all these platforms and creates an independent. I mean, creates one single chat, and it has a tag stating that okay, this is Facebook and this is coming from. Um, mm, like YouTube and everything, and then I can respond to one single I can use it as one single platform, and it goes and updates all the chat accordingly. Is this what you're trying to say?
Yes, exactly. That's the big advantage. Restream will aggregate all those chats from each platform into one unified feed, so you can see and respond to everyone from a single interface. You still see which platform each message comes from, but it's all in one place. Super convenient if you're juggling multiple audiences.
Okay, that is a good one. That makes sense to have to buy a restream. So it's like let's say I'm streaming on multiple platforms at the same time, and then I have users on different platforms. Okay, they all use different platforms, YouTube, or somebody use YouTube, some use Facebook and everything, something like that. So the Restream is going to give me it's like a single interface, so it's going to bring all the message chats into my Restream chat, so I can just respond on the Restream to every independent user or whatever, like how it's designed with features. So if I do that, it goes accordingly and updates in all of the platforms, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's the beauty of it. You reply from that single Restream dashboard and it routes your responses to the right platform seamlessly. So you keep all your engagement in sync no matter where your audience is, and it saves you a ton of time.
My understanding was it only does a stream when you put in the key, but it does also give access to access the chats. I mean, because if you take a streaming um, website or like YouTube or something like that, you're going to have a video, so main streaming, and then you got a comment section, so chat or comment section. So you're trying to say that the chat data or the comments data is also coming into the restream.
Yes, exactly. That's it. So Restream not only takes your video feed and pushes it to all those platforms, but it also pulls in all the comments or chat messages from each platform. So you get a single combined chat interface. It labels them by platform so you know who's commenting where, but all the interaction stays in one place, making it super easy to manage and respond.
What more does it do beyond these two?
Beyond just multi-streaming and chat aggregation, Restream now offers AI-powered stream automation, so you can manage tasks like scheduling or title generation with AI. It also has an advanced clip and highlight feature to automatically create viral short clips, a dual format streaming option for both landscape and portrait feeds, rich cross-platform analytics, developer-friendly APIs, and the ability to embed channels with full player controls.
Okay, basically the UI UX part is handled by AI. What are you? What are you? I go to Canva or whatever website to do it. It just as an AI. So we give an add-on AI that you can do all these aesthetic works. Am I right?
Exactly. So Restream's AI helps automate a lot of the content flow. Things like generating captions, suggesting titles, or even creating highlight clips. So you don't have to manually edit. Canva, of course, is great for designing graphics, but Restream's AI focuses on stream management, so it kind of complements what you might do in a design tool.
Okay. So the impressive part is the chat and comments from different streaming platforms coming into one single interface. Is an advantage. It's a very good one. It's a very good advantage. Anything else which is as good as this feature? Yeah, I do get it, the AI part. So yeah, beyond that,
Beyond just chat aggregation, Restream offers a lot more features. You can multi-stream to over 30 platforms at once, use a browser-based production studio with no downloads, and leverage AI to auto-generate clips for social media. You can also schedule pre-recorded videos as live streams, stream in both vertical and horizontal formats, and get unified analytics across all platforms.
what kind of analytics is going to be very useful for streaming? Is it like so the YouTube has a analytics where it says if you turn on the nerd mode, it gives you full of data. Is that the kind of data it's going to pull up?
Restream and YouTube Studio offer different analytic strengths. Restream is designed for multi streaming and gives you a single dashboard with cross platform metrics like total views, chat, and channel breakdowns. YouTube Studio, on the other hand, focuses on deep insights for YouTube specifically, like watch time, traffic sources, and search discovery. So if you stream to multiple platforms, Restream gives you a big picture view, while YouTube Studio is best for detailed YouTube specific analytics.
Oh, that's what I'm asking. Like, will the Restream pull up the YouTube detail analytics too into the Restream, or restricts with what data it can pull, what it cannot pull from other platforms?
Restream does provide unified analytics across platforms, pulling in summary data like total views and chat activity from YouTube and other sites. However, it doesn't integrate YouTube's detailed analytics like traffic sources or monetization data. Those in depth metrics still need to be checked in YouTube Studio. So Restream is great for a broad overview, but for deep YouTube insights, you still need to go to YouTube Studio.
That would be great if it could pull up all the deep details data too, because that's what makes sense to buy a Restream beyond beyond just unified chat interface. I don't think I yeah, I mean it's okay. Unified chat interface, then views is fine, number of views, and then the data is fine. But how about pulling up even the most advanced details too? Because YouTube has a when you watch a YouTube video, right? So there is a settings where you can turn on. I think it's called nerd mode or something like that. I forgot it. You just turn it on, you get all the tech related stuff which is coming out of a YouTube video. I thought if Restream can pull those video as well, you know what I'm talking, right? So that will be like a complete package, like literally pulling up every single data what the YouTube gives and into a unified platform.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. Unfortunately, Restream just doesn't have direct access to those deep YouTube analytics like the nerd mode data or things like traffic sources. YouTube keeps that pretty locked down in their own dashboard. So Restream will give you a big picture summary, but for those advanced granular insights, you still have to dive into YouTube Studio.
Okay, cool. So I am going to end the session with you. I was just asking that I want to replace your profile picture. I'm just trying to see if it's possible to do it. What is this? What does cast mean?
Good question. So the cast feature in many apps lets you send or mirror content from one device to another, like from your phone to a TV or a speaker system. If you're thinking about replacing my avatar or adding a personal image, that usually depends on the platform settings. It's not really a casting feature, but if you give me a bit more detail, I can help point you in the right direction.
I'm trying to get to the settings of your chat GPT. So I'm in there. Let's see. It says profile is not the one I'm looking at settings.
Yeah, exactly. If you go into your app or platform settings, often under something like profile or appearance, you can usually change your avatar or display picture there. Once you upload a new image, it should replace the current one, and from then on, you'll be visible with that updated picture across your sessions.
Yep, I am trying to do that. Just hang in. I will do it.
Of course. Take your time. I'm glad I could help. And if you have any more questions later or just want to explore something else, I'm here whenever you need me.
I'm not sure if I can help on this particular topic. Sometimes it's helpful to talk through this kind of thing with real people. The services below could help.
Okay, I will end the session now. I'll come back sometime.